Today is part 2 of the onion experiment. So we're going to see which ones did better out in the open or under the humidity dome and start part 2 of the experiment. Stick around. Oh, hey, welcome home. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Share us with all your friends. If by chance at the end of the video you don't like us and you hate us, please share us with all your enemies. We'll go annoy the snot out of them. Happy gardening, everybody. Cheers. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody's had a good week. Weather here has been okay. We went through a cold spell. Now everything's kind of up and down. We're in the 60s during the day, the 20s during the night. But guess what? In here, it's pretty controlled. So as I said, today we're going to do part 2 of the garden experiment, or the onion experiment. I can't talk, so it's okay, but we're going to talk about the onions over here. So as you know, we started these seedlings here with the humidity dome. We started these without the humidity dome, and I've got a couple of videos that I'll put in here in a few minutes that show, but I am horrible for updating these videos here. Work schedule's got me kind of busy, so I haven't had a chance to do all the video, and I need to. But to make a long story short, which one won? I'd say probably neither. Now, the humidity dome definitely got them going faster, got them a little taller faster. But as far as the succession and germination, it had nothing to do with anything. You know, I didn't count how many seeds I had in these trays or each individual cell. So there's really no way to determine which one had a better success in germination. But based upon what I'm seeing here, both of them were a success. Like I said, the humidity dome caused them to germinate just a little bit quicker. But as far as the success of the germination, it had nothing to do with anything. So on part 1, it's whatever you want to do. I mean, a couple of days of quicker germination, if that's what you need. Throw the humidity dome on, but you really don't need it. Both of these turned out fantastic. So that is part number 1 down. Now we're going to do part number 2. Part number 2 is just picking a few of these here, and we're going to throw some worm castings on. Both of these here have been getting some 20-20-20 fertilizer every now and then, as far as the liquid version. I've got some fish emulsion over here I'm going to start using. But so far, I haven't done that. I've just been using the 20-20-20 in here and let it, soak up through the bottom here, bottom feed it a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to put some of the worm castings on there, and then part number 2 will take place. We'll see, which ones look better. Maybe, I don't know, maybe count the rings or the leaves and see how many, if we have more leaves with the worm castings on one than the other. Based upon this, what I'm going to do is, since there's fewer seedlings over here, I'm gonna put the worm castings over here in the pink trays, and we'll go from there and see how this one goes. So far, I think we definitely have a clear-cut leader as far as the germination. I don't know how well you can see with that dome on there, but this one here does have quite a few more popping up than the other one. It took them 3 days to germinate. So far we have an early leader. Well, guys, we have a definite clear winner. This one over here was the one where the lid was off. This one over here had the lid on it. Now, you can see the germination rate is about the same. Might argue that there were more over here, but like I said, I don't know how many I planted. But the humidity dome did cause the germination to happen faster, and the plants did grow taller. So as far as germination rate, I would say that the humidity dome definitely caused them to grow faster. But over here you can see that you're still going to get the results whether you use a humidity dome or not. I think it just gets you there a little quicker. And that's what it looks like side by side. So now here I'm just going to take my fingers and sprinkle in some of the worm castings here. We'll see how this does. For some reason, I'm telling you, the other tray had a better succession rate as far as the actual germination. But like I said, I think I probably went overboard on the seedlings in there. Yeah, we're just going to sprinkle these worm castings in here in a minute. This one here is bone dry, so we'll give it some water underneath here and see how we go. See how we do, but there we go. Let's just give it a liberal coating here. There we go. Worm castings are in. All right, now all I'm going to do is just take my little turkey baster here and give this stuff a little bit of watering and let it do its thing. And then what I'll do is I'll just come back as I have been and fertilize as normal with both of them. Give it equal amounts of fertilizer. Get these watered in here. All right. Like I said, tomorrow I'll come back in and I'll feed both of these. I'll give both of these some 20-20-20. We'll continue to do that. We'll feed them equal parts. Let them soak it up through the bottom. And we'll see if this tray starts looking better than this tray here. I'm excited to see this part of the experiment. I'm really excited about part number 3 to see which one works best here. As far as the long day, short day, or intermediate day. And based upon a little thing that happened last year, I think we may have a little bit of success with one of those. I'm pretty sure we will. But anyway, guys, thank you, and we'll see you next time.